Good morning. Coming to you from Lincoln City. This is first round 1750 teams, previously known as Platinum. Getting started here. What a kick. Good time to come in. Gets a little thin angle on the 5 ball. Might be able to play it with a touch of draw. You can get here and come along this line. Tough shot. Gets it down. Ooh, is he going to have a look? Did the 9 ball impede the angle to swing at this 6-8? Could always attempt to play safe off of the 6-8, kind of a one pocket fashion at the about tip of outside. Bring the cue ball back down underneath of the 9. Hard to see what the angle of that 6-8 is. See what he comes up with. Oof. Looked like it had a pretty good line. Ran out of gas. Pretty natural shape to get onto the 7. Anywhere over there is good. Gonna have to kind of draw down to the 9 from here. Not too tough, but you got to put a nice smooth stroke on it. Kind of want to have your cue ball tracking towards where that chalk is. I think ideally something like this. Oh, he's playing with high inside. Needs to run some. It is cuttable, but it's one of those pressure shots where if it doesn't go down, the 9 ball has a high likelihood to just be sitting in front of the hole. So see how he handles this thin cut. No problem. Thin to win. Table 2 there. Looks like he's on the 9 in a pretty thin cut. Could bank at it. Slice and dice. 2 thin slices on the 9. Gets it down. Cue ball. I know that Zach Zager is on one of these teams. I know not which one. Looks like the 3 or maybe the 5 ball down. Kind of a thin cut on the 2 or the 1 with tricky shape onto the 2. Tricky because you're having to maybe play a little bit of inside to hold to that side of the table a little bit more comfortably. 1 to 2 is pretty easy. 3 might combo into the 6. It's a great line to kind of stun right at it. I think anywhere along this line should be pretty comfortable. Tracking right up perfectly. Nice control. Gotta be a little careful of having the 3 ball follow the 6 in here or rolling up onto that short rail. Kind of like that. Now it's a little funny. Can always play the safety. Chipping off of it with some high outside. Like this. Very difficult to get behind the 9 ball without having the 3 trickle up too close to the 8. Needs a hold. I think he did well. Gonna be. See if he wants to go 2 rails at it. The idea of shape, probably, because making that 3 doesn't gain you anything with the position of the 4. This is a hard shot to not have something sell out on you. Going for distance. Ooh, this could be good. 8 ball, help him. See if he feels comfortable with slicing that in and holding for the 4. Really delicate shot. I think that's about as difficult as the safety is here. Zach Zager shooting on table 2. Went for the cut with the mindset of running into the 7, but that was not a shot where the pocket was available. Slicing this into the side is very possible. Position on the 4 ball is going to have some distance. I don't know if the cut is available to also not have scratch looming. He was kind of placing his finger right behind the 8, which makes me think that he might be thinking of safe. The cue ball or the 3. Nicely done. Probably has an edge of it, but the side pocket looming makes it where scratch is very likely. This is always a tricky ball to kick at because it's more comfortable coming 2 rails, but that point of that side pocket can really come into play. Tried catching it thin and ended up just getting the 8 ball. Still some work to be done in this rack. 3 of the 4 is critical. Way's laying on it, looking to run up along this line. Look out, 7. Oh. Needed a little outside to avoid the 7. Unfortunate to catch it full in the face and find himself hooked. Gets the hit. Where's the cue ball? Hand flip for it tracking 3 rails off of the 4, or 2 rails, excuse me. Just because where the 9's at, might consider playing 1 rail to get your cue ball up over here, but you can just stun right at the 7 for a little simpler shape, or draw back to the same general area. I like the choice there. And just stay focused. Really just want to get your cue ball back up above this line. Did so just barely. It's going to be a little bit of a back cut. Just got to bear down. Put it away. Gets her done. Little back and forth action. Cue ball. Oh. Game can be brutal at times. A little tricky position from the 4 to the, or the 2 to the 4. I kind of like placing the cue ball here, thinning off of it. Coming this way, it's a little less likely to scratch. He's kind of looking to come the other way. Coming this way, it's a little tighter pattern to miss the 5 and the side pocket. Oh, he's got the 3 ball right there. What am I thinking? I thought that was a 7. Maybe he is on the 4. That is. My apologies. Maybe it is a 7. Containing. Unless there's a line through here for the side pocket, which looks very tight for the bank. Being right up against the rail makes it harder to hold the cue ball. Probably going to display safety. I like the safe where you're running it just before the side pocket, letting the 4 ball come here, cue ball back up over into here. Gets the job done. Love seeing all the different ways of seeing the table. Don't think he wanted to run into the 6, but I think the 5 keeps it. How's it going to turn out? Cue ball's Every inch it runs, the thinner it is. It is possible to thin off of this. Let your cue ball run back up table. But look out. It looked out. A little awkward on this 5 ball. Natural tangent angle is running towards the bottom left corner. Played it a little thin to avoid that line. Gonna get a little bit of fortune. Not so fortunate to get a full hook, but leaves it where a safety is required. Running the cue ball back over near the 6, I imagine. Containing. I like a kick and stick here. Might see a fire at the bank. Looks like at speed it'll be pretty close to a stop shot, but did well with that safety to put the 7 where it is. That's a really touchy place to have to interact with those points of the side pocket. Actually got that the over shorten. Might see a return bank by the 7 if he doesn't want to just play safety. Might even be fortunate enough to graze off of the 7 and get down on the 6 and make it a more favorable out. The 7 can also come back to bite you a bit. I think that's why he'd elect just to play safe. Didn't feel the high percentage of all of that coming into play. Big stroke coming here. Pocket it with high ball and roll back up for the 6. And the 7 has been disturbed. Nice smooth cut of the 5. Might even play a little bit of inside to kind of cinch it back up into this location. Oh. Does not get it to go down, but left it very awkward. Tree-topped, no pocketing angle, I don't believe. At least not directly. Might be able to play some crazy 2 double kiss, but this is not a fun spot to be. You kick in behind it and come across the face, it's likely to sell out. You get too deep in behind it, it's really easy to scratch. Ooh. Does well. Believe he got a little double kiss. Returns the position, switches the rolls. Because even here, even though you're not treetop, this is still very touchy. Probably going to see a very slow kick, just trying to keep those balls close together. Opportunity knocks. Ooh. Wanted to get a little higher off of the rail because now the back cut angle is going to be heading directly at the 7, I assume, or slightly above if he punches it. He decides to punch it up. Natural position, but not an easy shot. Smoother in. All right. I just draw straight back. Oh, he had enough angle to go with the high ball. Does well. Woo. Caught it to the wide side of the pocket, but it went down. Step 4 gets to 4. Breaks the trading pattern. Hey, Jeff. I am down at the coast. I'm in the Evo booth. I'm going to be playing teams with Justin Lee and Iris, the gold champion, undefeated. So we're going to have some fun later today. I think we play at 3 o'clock. Back to this game. Gets a ball in the break, but no look at the 1. I don't really see a... I feel like you got to kick at this ball because if you just push up by the 9, they're going to get into a worse position. Got lots of cover there. Ooh. Does very well. Feel like the only coming here and opening it up. Cross there. Man, that is not fun. Almost don't want to disturb these balls more than necessary, but just giving up ball in hand is also not great. I might even consider here just thinning the 8 over here near the 6 and letting them kind of deal with the... Got a referee watching. He's going for the kick. If he gets a good hit, the 1 will be tracking kind of near the side pocket. I think it's going to be heading a little bit high of it. What a hit. Did very well there. Probably going to see the little slightly thinner than a half ball hit. I kind of like seeing the one traveling towards the 6 ball. Oh, he's just going straight for the bank. Wow. Hit that really well. The pocket says not well enough, apparently. Built-in two-way, though. Like the decision. Just missing the 9 on both sides. One can be pocketable. Gets it done. Really nice shape onto the 2. 4 to the 5 is a little tricky with where that 8 ball's sitting. Kind of have to play a long, smooth stroke here to get it down. Gets the job done. I like this angle he came with on the 4. You can always cut it in here. Let it kind of track over onto this side of the 5. Interacted with the 8, but the end result was the same. Got into the good side of the 5 ball, where it kind of naturally leads to the 6.
There's ketchup in there.
Awesome. Thank you. Needs to hold up just a little bit. All right. Yeah, Jeff, we probably play at 332. Or I should say 330 also. Yeah, this is one of those ones where if you slow roll it, it makes it much more difficult to get in the good position. Ooh. Wiped its feet a little bit, but it gets down. Do believe wants to comfortably be somewhere on this line off of that first rail. Oh. Caught it a little full. This is one you don't want to flirt too much with the side pocket with outside. Really nicely done. Good speed, good line. Ideal draw line on this one is right along this line here. About a 4 o'clock. Always going. Does. Gets into the sweet spot. Just got to bear down, get this 9 ball in. Gets her done. It was a much needed rack for Spider Monkeys. 5-3 is much better than 6-2. Hank here racking for Spider Monkeys. Thanks It's a cool logo. Game was won on table 2. I'm not sure for which team. Wait for that score update. Believe that was step 4. Pink here on a good pattern. Going to be a little bit of work from the 6 to the 8. I think he would ideally like his shot on the 6 to be near where the cue ball is, close to center table. It's going to come up a little flat. The shot I see from here is trying to draw back into short side position. Don't want to overjuice it as you're tracking towards the pocket. Gonna get a little short unless he gets straight in on the side. I don't think he's straight in. I think the cue ball is going to be kind of tracking along this line. Maybe even closer to the first diamond. A little tough to see exactly what angle he's working with here. Could always play the cross bank if you're feeling spicy. And then running the cue ball along this way. Just got to avoid that double kiss, but that's a very aggressive choice. Could always play this safety with the 8 ball here too. Banking at 2 rails up behind the 9, keeping the cue ball up table. Takes it into the side pocket with a nice shot. Leaves himself with some distance on this 9 ball. He accepted this shot as what he was prepared to take on. Requires some focus and accuracy. Watch out, cue ball. Watch out. Ooh. Never a doubt. Never a doubt. Nice shot. Step 4 makes it 6-4. I think we might be a little bit behind on the tablet score. trading blows back and forth. Greg here racking. Gets a ball down, has a look at the one. Let's see how much angle he's. Yeah, that's going to be cue ball. One ball is very pocketable. Cue ball is going to be kind of tracking towards the 5 and the 7 with a high ball or a rolling ball. You know, I mean, if coming from this line and getting directly into the top side of the 7 at the appropriate speed, it is possible to get onto the 2. A lot going on with this shot. The 1 doesn't go. It does also lead to a backdoor safety. Oh, wow. I misread that angle completely. Able this to roll forward. Nicely done. Got Zach Zager racking on table 2. Nice speed. Stays on a very workable angle with his 3 ball. Didn't get too close to the 8. Didn't stay on the rail. Just got to bear down on this one. Play with a touch of draw. 4 ball is hanging over the pocket, so just about anywhere will work. Just got to get this 3 ball down. Nice shot. Cheat the pocket a little full here. Some outside. Let this ball really open up. Unless you want to try and take the 5 off of the 7 down the rail. But I think trying to hold it over the side pocket is manageable. I want to be kind of close to the 5 so it's easier to kind of control the 5 and the cue ball after this combo. I like that decision. He decided to go thin, coming 2 rails. Does have a little bit of a cut. Can't just roll this ball in, I don't think, because the cue ball is going to kind of stay close to the 5. Might shoot with a little pop draw. Let the cue ball kind of track down along this line to either take it in the side or up into the top left. Zach is in a little bit of a tricky spot over on table 2 behind the 7. Does very well with that combo. Zach almost got there with a tight safety play. Table 2. Looks like it does get the hook, but reading his body language as he looked down it, that can see that 7. Back to this game. Wants to draw back just past where the cue ball, or at least to where the cue ball is now. Anywhere over there is pretty good. 8's right over the hole. Natural position onto the 9. Hank with Spider Monkeys on table 2 makes a nice cut on the 7. A little thin on the 8. Into the side. Touchy shot. Comes with natural position. Step 4 with this 9 ball. We'll be tying it up until we have the decider on table 2. Oh, he goes for the bank. It's going to leave a long, straight 8 ball. Got a little bit of angle for Zach to work with where he can play with a high ball and come back up table, but got to cue this one good. Very easy to rattle this ball. Tie ball game, a little bit of drama unfolding over on 2. Looking like it's kind of left with a potential bank. Spider Monkeys here on table 1 gets a ball down. Oh, wow. Table 2, cue ball tracks right into the side pocket. Really nice bank. Comes into the 7 a little bit to be able to get onto the 2 comfortably. 4 ball. No easy feat with the 8 ball kind of blocking the comfortable line. Wonder if that was lingering in his head to knowing that 3 to the 4 transition was tough. I do believe that 3 to the 4 transition is definitely playing a factor in this out. Nobody's wanting to deal with it. Now, if you can pocket it, just nudging the 8 out of the way, it is. Apologies, keep mixing up the 7 and the 3 ball. It's even tougher of a transition. No wonder they were not wanting to fool with it. Could run straight in the 8 with a high inside ball, letting your cue ball kind of track along this line. letting the 8 ball kind of hold the 4 behind the 7. Oh, he went straight for the pot. 6 and 7 now tied up. Joe Town in the building. Stop by the booth to say hello. Yeah, that 6 and 7 looks awkward. I don't know if that 6 is wiring the 7 down to the pocket. It looks a little bit off. I don't think the 6 ball has a pocket. It must not. Plays a really good safe, I think. Now, if he can see the edge of this 4 ball, glance off of this side of it, let the cue ball track. But if he's got a full hook, which it appears he does, wow. Let's save that one. Great kick. Not a lot of reward with the 6 and 7 there. I mean, I think he's on an angle here where he could decide to take on the cross bank of the 6. Or he could play safety. Does try and cross it. Nice speed to get onto this side of the ball. I think he wants to be. Woo. I'm using the finger pad here. Maybe track by the 9. You can play in tighter to the side pocket, but critical shot. Ouch. Does appear to be fairly straight. Not a lot of angle to work with. He might be able to cheat the pocket with the 7. Come with a high inside ball. Back along this line. Let's see what he's got. Elected the draw. Oh. Painful. Especially if that 8 ball is frozen. Already came with one really good kick this rack. Does he have another?
Players and spectators, when you move through the room and pick stuff up off the tables, double check to make sure you're not picking up stuff that does not belong to you. Thank you.
Great effort. I don't know if it's going to save the game. But you're at least making them work for it a little bit rather than just giving up an easy 2-ball out with ball in hand. Greg with Spider Monkeys ties it up over on table 2. Oh. Tried wrapping it around. Now he's got some distance on this 9-ball.
If you were practicing 23 and 24, please take a look and see if you picked up someone else's cell phone.
But he gets it down. Nice shot. Bringing step 4 within 3 of the finish line, I believe. This is when the team events really start getting nervy, and it starts getting within the last couple of games of the match. When you're at the table knowing that it may be your last game to play, you really want to do well for your team. Looks like a pretty nice break. And have a nice look at the 1-ball. 2-ball is going to be... Two ball is going to be a little bit difficult to get on. One path I'm seeing after making it in that top corner is potentially something like this. Got the cue path. Got focused up on shape. Did not find the pocket though, but ends up getting a hook out of the situation. A little bit of a difficult kick to get a return safety. I don't think might be able to come across. Man, that's a lot of twist, it looks like. Could be misreading the angle. Oh my. Oh, I thought it was tracking there for a second. It's going to dress up in the window. Let's draw a line and see what it's looking like. You know, I do believe he got the return safety off of that. Gets a good hit. Leaves a shot on the 1. It's going to be Going to require a little bit of cue ball work here to get onto the 2. Unless he's liking the combo there, but I wouldn't imagine so. Ooh, running into the 6. It's going to kind of force the issue. Play safe or take on this 2-9 combo if it goes. And of course, you could play the 5 ball, but if you're going to combo one of those balls, you might as well play the 9, I would assume. Also, granted that the 9 even goes past the 5. Cue ball. Oh, drops in the hole. Little two-way shot being played over on 2. These are big 2 games. Spider Monkey wins even just 1 of 1, goes to 9-8. Step 4 wins 2. Getting onto the hill would be very difficult to fade. Oh, it did not get the safe over on 2. He makes a great cut. Looks like he's onto the 7. Hank with Spider Monkeys has an opportunity to get out on this rack. Ooh. Little interaction, but looks to be sitting okay.
Okay, everybody. Salado is one of our newest sponsors. They've given us $500. All we have to do is sell these 10 memberships. I just sold another one. I have 5 tickets right here, and Rich is going to draw one for the winner. You'll win a membership and a T-shirt or a towel. And the winner is Jake Bratelli. He's also one of our sponsors, so congratulations, Jake.
Decides to shoot a stop shot, taking the 6 in the side. If he rolls the ball forward, I believe the cue ball will be rolling somewhere along this line. It's a little nervy to punch this into the hole and kind of get a little better onto the 8 just because of the angle of the side pocket. Yeah, I like that shot selection. Here you can play a high inside ball and come 2 rails around for the 9, or 3 rails around for the 9, or you can draw it 2 rails. Really choose your own path here. Hank's on the 9 on 2. Tie it up. Gets it down. Nice control there. This 9 ball. Step 4 gets a step closer. Within 2. Couple of very critical games here. The match could be decided with these two games if set 4 gets both of them. However, Spider Monkeys could bring it to getting to the hill first if they also get both of them. Pressure is mounting. Gets a ball down, gets a look at the 1. Gonna have to work the rock a little bit here. Could be stunning back along this line. Could play with a high inside ball and try and get down near the 7, coming 2 rails at it. Looks like he's going with that option. Oh, no. Gets into the 4 ball and gets hooked by the 7, going for the short cue. Might even just elect to hit this ball full and try and hold the cue ball there just because of how the 4 ball is tied up. Or he could try and make it and run into him. See how he goes about it. Oh, no. Makes it. Cue ball does not stay on the table. It's going to give up ball in hand at a very unfortunate time of the match. Zach is also at the table. I think he's got a thin cut on the 5 that does not go down. He is considering a potential 3 foul option or just getting the 4 ball in a more favorable position to get onto the 5. I do not blame him for considering that. He is now looking at the 4-9 into the side pocket. I like this choice. Doesn't always work out, but higher percentages that it does. Can always just shoot right along the line that you just saw them kick it out to with the stop shot. If you're paying attention to that point on the rail, but it being out in the middle of the table there, it definitely cuts down margin for error. Kind of have to make this baller play at a bunch of speed to try and create separation. Tough spot to be in. Gets a good hit. Does it tie up on the 5 to where it doesn't go? Body language at the table makes me think that it is not pocketable. So he did well to get out of that position. But I could be mistaken. He could play this off of the 6. Oh. Could bank at this. Well, drawing the cue ball up underneath the 7 or the 5 ball, excuse me. Or you could just cut it in. We'll see what he tries to do.
Players, anytime you're starting, please turn in the 2 white copies.
Just slice and dice. Slice this 5 into the 6, leave it over the hole and avoid the side pocket or getting behind the 8, and you're in good position. He's not playing the carom here, is he? No. Very critical games going on here. As it is now 9-9, this game is going to be to get onto the hill for either team. And the next match will be the hammer match, being played simultaneously. The hammer match will be on this table. Nicely done. With this 9-ball, Spider Monkeys winning 2 games to get them from 8-9 to on the hill first. Gets the job done. Spider Monkeys at the table over on table 2, trying to see if they can cinch this match there to where the game that we're going to be watching may not matter, but the 6 and the 8 are tied up by the side pocket. He runs into him, does not get a favorable rub. Kind of looking at it, it's difficult to see exactly how it lays. Step 4 needs to win both of these games to win this match. Spider Monkeys only needs to win one of them. The pressure in these moments, having played in these positions, is high. Early match jitters are at a maximum. Everybody's feeling it. Trying to see what's happening on 2 over there. Looks like it may be 3-ball out for Spider Monkeys. But if for some reason they don't get there, Spider Monkeys is in a little bit of trouble on this table, having to kick this ball. Did a really nice, delicate kick there, keeping the pressure on step 4. I do believe he can see an edge of this ball. I would be quite surprised if he cuts this in, because that is steep. But I do believe the 9 on table 2 will be for the match right now.